So it's me, your little boy, Samson. There's something that I want to address in this video particularly. I have seen a lot of people talking about Israel, talking about Pakistan, talking about American, etc. The main problem we have in this world is just one. There is no any other problem. If you go to east, you go to north, you go to south, all part of the world, only one single problem. All is about religious. Yes. Hey God. That is why I love myself. I don't care whether you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Buddhist, you are this, you worship this. That was last 2 months. There were a particular group of people that was so amazing that come to our working place. They were working with us. So some of our friends were like, what kind of behavior are they acting? Why are they dressing in this way? Then I decided to approach them. We work in the same place, but they're not working with us for now. So I associate with them, make friends with them, and I ask them, what do you people worship? They mention a name, something like it's not Christian. So the name they mention is from India. In my entire life, I have never heard that word, that religious. I was just like, how do you people do it? They start to explain to me, tell me all those words. So I come to figure out the main problem we have in this world is all about religious. Christians want Muslims to leave their religious and follow them. Muslims want Christians to leave their religious and follow them. Why all these Chinese, they call them whether Buddhist, they want Christian, Muslim to leave their religious and follow them. So if you are not a Christian, that means you are a sinner. If you are not a Buddhist, that means you are a sinner. If you are not a Muslim, that means you are nobody. You are a sinner. So I come to understand what is the essence of us thinking that we are right. Yes, what you believe. That's why Moses said that word. He said, choose these days whom you will serve. As for me and my household, we will serve the living God. But today, many of us are not doing it in a way that we ought to do it. We want to make everybody believe that we are serving the right person. Like that was last month when I went to the uptown to go and do some certain things. So I was just passing by. Is it last month? That would be last month. So I was just passing by with my dressing and my dread tied up. So one of our friend, a Muslim guy, he just walked towards me. He just asked me, are you a Muslim? I said, no, I'm a Christian. He said, no, Christians are no good. I said, what does that mean? I didn't say any word to you. You just conclude that Christians are not good. Does that mean someone have hurt you, or a Christian have hurt you? Even if a Christian have hurt you, that does not mean all is not good. I eat with Muslim, I drink with them, I sleep in the same apartment with them, I did a lot of things with them. Not that all of them are evil, not that all Christians are evil, not that all religions are evil, but there must be someone up there who is good. So we need to allow people to worship what they believe. We need to, to allow people to believe what they believe. You can't convince people too long to believe in your religions. This is just the far truth. Look at what Americans now are now trying to push into Africa, to believe in their word, in their men to men doing. Europeans, many of them now are meeting our president to legalize what is against our religions, what is against our tradition, what is against our belief. This is the problem we have in this world. There is no other problem. I see a lot of people saying Israelis, they are evil. I see a lot of people saying Palestinians, they are evil. Hamas, they are evil. These people are not evil, bro. How can we dare say that people whom God created is evil? This is what Christ narrated when they were telling Christ, this meat, you can't do this. You can't worship on Sabbath, on something like on Sabbath day. You can't do work on Sabbath day. You can't eat this meat. Christ told them, he said, how can you tell me that what God created is what is unclean? How can you tell me that God created woman and another person will be saying it's unclean? Why? Because you are religious. And the people who are now saying Israelis are bad have not come to figure out whom they are. Is it the civilians that you are calling that are bad? People who are suffering? Is it the Palestine, the Hamas, that we are saying they are bad? None of these people are bad. It's just because of misunderstanding that our leaders are so coward to allow people to do what they love. It's just because of the fact that our leaders are too idiotic. Sorry for using that word, idiotic, to understand the fact that life truly matters, because they don't care about life. All they care about their greediness, about their wickedness. Israelis are not bad, because if you look at people who are fighting this war, it's not the civilians. It's not the civilians. If you look at Ukraine, it's not the civilians that started this war. The civilians are not aware. They have no idea about the coming of the war. If you look at the Hamas, the civilians have no idea about what was about to happen. Many of them will have escaped. Believe me, many of them will have escaped if they were aware of the battle that is about to approach them. If you look at about what is happening in Israel today, you're going to understand that even many of them are praying for God to settle the matter, because no one is praying for evil. Think about these people who are in what they call them president, politician. Many of them, their children are no longer in that country. They have automatically evacuated all their citizens to another safe country. But yet, people who have, the innocent one are the one that they are using to settle and do the war. The innocent ones. So let's stop, having this thought that Ukraine, Palestinians, Israelis, Hamas, they are evil. They are not evil. All is just about the selfishness of people on top, because they don't want to amend it in a lawful way. How many of your president will you name that their daughter, their sons, their siblings, their nephew die in front of war? Let's just be realistic. How many of your politicians, or how many of your politicians you will name that die in front of a war? None of them. It's all the people who they sacrifice and the people who die are the innocent ones. Because before the war start, or before the war continue, or before they start to do the war, they will evacuate all their citizens, everything that belongs to, they will evacuate it to a safe country. And when the war is done, when they are settled with killing the innocent one, they will repatriate, or they will return their loved ones. So the truth is that it's not about the Ukraine that is evil. It's not about the citizen of Palestine, Israelis, that is evil. Because I hear one man saying that all Israelis are evil. No, it's not all. It's not all. It's just like when you are saying all Italians are evil. It's not. It's just like when you are saying all Nigerians are evil. It's not. This is the mistake. The problem we have is about religious and color. So let's understand this race and let's try to amend it. Let's allow people to believe what they believe. Let's allow people to worship what they worship. I shed tears when I see some people criticizing or criticizing Muslims. I feel tears. When I see some people messing up with their women, with what they believe, I feel tears. Let's allow them to believe what they believe. As long as they are not using it to mess up with other people believe. Religion is what is killing a lot of people. People don't dress the way you dress, that means they are evil. People don't do the stuff you do, that means they are evil. People dress the way they feel like, that means they are evil. If you truly care about them, pray for them. Don't accuse them. Because no one knows who is going to heaven. No one knows. Only Christ knows. Jesus said it. He said, only my Father knows the second coming of what? Of Christ. The second coming of the Son of God. The second coming of judgment. So let us not be trying to make it difficult. Let's love one another. Let love lead. Until we understand the fact that religious is not the best things to do on earth, we will be fighting one another. Because Christ have never preached about religious. If Christ was depending on religion, Christ would have not be able to preach to the prostitutes. Christ will have not be able to eat with the pagans. Christ will have not be able to eat with with people whom the Jews neglected. So let's be realistic. Let's preach the gospel, not religious. May God bless us and remain blessed.